Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, sir. Your Honor. Oh, this is your first case, isn't it, Mr. Wright? For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Murder is a serious charge. Yes, Your Honor. For my opening statement, allow me to summarize these baseless charges. Our defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, is in the end guilty. Right. Of nothing more than being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Stop this nonsense and get your act together. Your friend's freedom depends on your performance here and now. Yes. As it says right here in our autopsy report, our unfortunate victim, Miss Cindy Stone, was killed by blunt force trauma to the head at approximately 4 p.m. And the murder weapon? Please enlighten us, Prosecutor Payne.
Of course. The prosecution would like to add to the court record this statue of the Thinker, which was found next to the victim. A statue created by the defendant for his lover, I might add, before she spurned him and paid the ultimate price. And now I will call to the stand the witness who found the body at the scene of the crime. Frank Sott, you were selling newspapers door to door that day, were you not? Tell us what you witnessed. Yes, on the day of the murder, I saw that man fleeing the apartment. He was in such a hurry that he left the door half open. Of course, I found it suspicious, so I glanced inside and saw a woman lying on the floor, dead. I tried to call the police, but her phone wasn't working, and I don't have a cell phone. I had to find a public phone in a nearby park to make the call. Incidentally, the witness's cordless phone wasn't working because there was a blackout at the time.
Mr. Wright, it's time for your cross-examination.
But Chief, what can I do against the eyewitness testimony? You've got the evidence in the court record, right? Find a contradiction and raise an objection. Got it. Wait, do what now? If your client's innocent, this testimony's fiction, so check your court record for the contradiction. It's time to take control. This story's clearly phony. Present something to poke a hole in the testimony. You're lying to throw you off your case, so find a contradiction to rub in his smug face. And after you have made your careful selection, present evidence as your end. Objection!
So let me get this straight, Mrs. Sott. You looked into the apartment and saw that Miss Stone was dead. How did you know she wasn't just unconscious?
Well, she was lying completely still on the floor, and there was blood everywhere. Blood? Everywhere? It was obvious she was gone. I was too afraid to move. I couldn't even go inside. I was completely frozen in fear.
You didn't go inside?
That's probably the funniest contradiction I ever heard.
So you gotta point it out right.
What you need to achieve is grab the court's attention. In order to make them believe, you must create some tension. How dare the witness still alive while being on the stand? Look him in the eye and bang your desk loudly with your hand.
Hold it! You say you didn't go inside. Then how did you know the phone wasn't working?
You see, the phone was on the shelf next to the door. I never went inside. I didn't go any further than the doorway.
You're getting closer, right? Don't let it slip between your fingers.
Like I said, I found her exactly at 1 p.m., found that her phone didn't work, and went to the park to call.
You say you found her dead at 1 o'clock?
You've got it, right? Congratulations.
What? I don't understand. This testimony could have condemned his client.
No, this judge is rather old. His hearing's not so fine. He's slowly getting old, and he needs some kind of sign. So go on a limb and get his mind to linger. Just
focus and then point to him with your index finger. Take that, Mr. Saw. The autopsy report plainly states that the victim's time of death was 4 p.m. Care to explain this 3-hour gap? I don't understand. I'm absolutely sure it was 1 o'clock. I heard the time right then. Heard the time? How did you hear the time? It must have been from a television show that announced the time. A television show? During a blackout? I must have made some kind of mistake. I remember it wrong. You're right, it couldn't have been the TV. That's right, it was the murder woman. The clock. Clock? But the murder woman was a statue, not. And again, you were wrong, Mr. Wright. The murder happened is indeed a clock. It speeds the timeline when I get it. I didn't bring it up because I thought it was necessary in detail. Mr. Wright, it appears the wrong man moved. Do you have anything to add? Now let this case finally begin to wind. You know what to do, right? Let's do it, Chief. The witness is clearly lying to throw me off your case. So find a contradiction to rub and hiss to my face. And after I have made my careful selection, I'll stand evidence on my aid and yell. Objection! You say you knew this was a clock just by glancing in her apartment, Mr. Saw? Your Honor, the only way the witness could have known this statue was a clock, and the only way he could have heard the time from it was to hold it in his hands. In other words, Mr. Saw did indeed enter this apartment! Look at him sweat. You have to break through the fog of lies and deception to unveil the truth. You had held this clock yourself, didn't you, witness? What? When you hit her on the head with it! That's why you were so sure that the murder occurred at 1 o'clock. You can't get out of your head. That voice that spoke the time when you killed her was burned into your memory. This is completely outrageous. I think the time is 8:25. Prosecutor Payne, please tell me the time. 11:25. 3 hours behind. The same as your 3-hour gap between 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock. You're forgetting one critical thing, Mr. Attorney. What? You say that I must have heard the wrong time on the day of the murder, but unless you can prove that the clock was running so at that time, your pretty little theory falls apart. You see, rookie? Your whole argument is nothing but conjecture. Mr. Wright, unless you can present further evidence, I cannot allow you to indict this witness. I take time from my busy schedule to come down here and you treat me like a common criminal. You lawyers are all slime. You got this, right, Nick? Larry, and that's why they call me the Rookie Killer. Your Honor, the defense would like to request a recess. On what grounds, Miss Fay? To review the evidence at hand. A few minutes should be enough. Very well. Court is now in recess. I'm the Rookie Killer. Another one bites the dust. I'm the Rookie Killer. The case would be a bust. I've been doing this for many years. I've seen it all before. Don't even think you stand a chance. You should just walk right out that door.